useful as a reminder that you need to make a conscious effort to remember that the love you are and all the love you could ever possibly want is really present within you. And in that moment, you can begin to do what Holmes suggested. Turn the anger into love. And we can do that through compassion. But we first must believe that statement. We must believe that we can turn our anger into love. And then the fourth step is getting loved. Get loved. Get loved up. Get loved. But if you can, if you can remember you are loved, that you really are loved, or it doesn't, well, if you can remember you are really loved, even in the midst of conflict, of pain, of anger, of all of that, if you can remember that, you can then take responsibility for any anger, and you can love. You can be loved right in the middle of upset. Greg Bear calls certain people, wise women and wise men, if you read his book. Those wise people who can love us when we are in the state of upset or anger. This helps us feel how loved we really are. Remembering that when we feel love, we have $1 million in the other room. There really isn't anything really and truly to be angry about. I know that this week I was very upset. So I happen to have a couple of wise people in my life. So I made the decision to call 2 of them. And what happened was, I knew that the people I was calling would love me unconditionally. So I got loved. I got loved by, I called someone in the middle of an upset. We can all do this. And you should cultivate friendships or family, whatever it is, people that you know are going to love you unconditionally, no matter what you do. So after my 2 phone calls, it didn't make any difference because I felt love. I felt the love. So everything else, the emotion, all just dissipated, and everything switched. It changed. So I would really suggest, if you don't have a prayer partner or a really good friend who would love you unconditionally, get a couple of them now, because it really comes in handy when you need someone in life. The 5th, be loving. Be loving. Being filled with love certainly is an advantage when you are attempting to love others. However, you don't have to wait until you are filled up with love before you give it to others. The miracle of love is the more that you give it, the more that it multiplies itself, the more that you feel it. In that whole aspect of giving, of just giving to another human being, to an animal, just giving, it raises the vibration so that you actually feel love. You feel the love. Princess Diana once said, and I think this is pretty beautiful actually, she said, I think the biggest disease this world suffers from in this day and age is the disease of people feeling unloved. And I know that I can give love for a minute, for a half hour, for a day, for a month. But I can give, and I'm very happy to do that, and I want to do that. So in that giving, there lies the receiving. And why do you do that? Why would you want to give? To feel good, yeah, because it makes you feel really, really good. But why does it make us feel so good? It's because we're connecting with that divine essence within us that is pure love itself. And when we connect with this indwelling presence of God, remember, we've been created out of love, right? We talk about this oneness, this unity of all life, not of a judging separate God somewhere, but of a oneness, a unity. And this God is pure love and is always giving the love. And we have it within us because we were created out of love itself. So that when we express love, we feel so good. We feel good. And when we express anger, we feel the opposite. because we shut it down. We don't connect with our divine essence. And that's the whole reason that we come together in community, is to remind each other that we are loved. This is a loving community. This is a place you can come to connect. You can connect on this kind of level where I'm speaking it, but you can also connect inwardly when you are at home or wherever you are. Just connect with that loving essence that is at the very core of your being. And if you don't feel it, then start giving. Because when you start giving, you connect. You connect. It's that action. So let me just reiterate these 5 steps from Dr. Baer. He was a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, he's a neurosurgeon.
Brilliant man. Be quiet. Okay, so don't react immediately. Take a few seconds to think. Be wrong. Remember that 2 + 2 does not equal 5. Feel loved. And then get loved. Surround yourself with a few people, or a lot of people, as many as you can, that will love you unconditionally when you need it. And then be loving. Give it away. Give it away. If you give it away, you'll receive it. Love dispels anger. That is what Holmes was trying to say. The choice will always be up to you. Make sure you have wise people in your life. Someone you can call, who will love you unconditionally. We are here to express God's love. We are here to express it to each other. We can't do that when we are angry. We cannot do that. So I'm just suggesting that this month, let's take a vacation from anger. Let's think first. I just gave you the 5 different steps. Try it out. If it hasn't worked for you before the way you've always been doing it, and you find yourself getting angry or holding resentments a lot, then practice some of these steps. Go out and love somebody. It'll shift it. It will shift it. I would like to close this with a prayer from Raymond Charles Barker, a short prayer.